Slow. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? How everybody doing today? Everybody good? How everybody doing? Wait till a little bit more people come in here, man, before I start this, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna appreciate those that's already tuned in. Let me just start with getting into it. You know what I mean? Pardon me, man. I'm eating this cheesecake. This joint is real good, you know. I got some 14 different pieces and everything like that. But anyway, thanks for tuning in for Kross TV Network. You already know that's Kross with a K. How everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody travel was safe. You know, everybody's families and everything is peaceful and they safe. You know what I mean? As always, you know, I appreciate y'all for tuning in always. Y'all could be doing anything else in the world, you know what I'm saying? Y'all here with me, so I appreciate that, you know what I mean? Last weekend, I had called Saneter up because, you know, he had been wanting to interview me since the first. So, I spoke to him a couple of times before, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, all right. I hollered at him. You know, we met up where we met up at. And we doing an interview. He put out one part of it. And the part that he put out, he asked me, what's my take on Islam? Normally I like stray away. Well, that's a prison thing, though. But you stray away. You don't talk about religion. Certain things you don't deal with. But he asked me why I didn't indulge in Islam, or why I'm not Muslim. And I explained to him, first of all, out of all due, respect for anybody that have a religious belief. It's okay to disagree. I'll never try to offend y'all in no type of way or nothing like that. But the point where I'm making is the reason why I'm not Muslim, is because throughout history, right? Let's look at the Holy Crusades and Christianity and stuff like that, and think about United States in the 80s coming into the 90s. When us coming from the 80s into the 90s, a lot of us started wearing like a lot of African colors and stuff like that. It was real colorful. Cross colors was out. We had the yellow, gold, yellow, green, black, people was rocking a lot of chains with Nefertiti pieces, a lot of African pieces, and stuff like that. People was, becoming more conscious. As they was coming more conscious, a lot of people started denouncing Christianity. You know what I'm saying? And, some ended up becoming Nation of Islam. Some of them, became Orthodox Muslims, Shiite Muslim. Shiite and Sunni, and many others. Some became God, or whatever, belief is, whatever. But I say that to say this. As I became more conscious about the things that was going on in Africa, and when I mean Africa, I'm gonna say from the whole northern Africa, from Ethiopia all the way down to Morocco. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much predominantly controlled by those are Arab Muslim worlds right there. You know, in Egypt, me being a so-called African American, or me just, me being African or whatever, in Egypt, I wouldn't be able to have a government job or couldn't get a certain type of job if I wasn't Muslim. You know what I'm saying? If you remember the Darfari region conflict, where a lot they was calling it a holy jihad. I forgot what these people was called. I don't want to misquote it, but it was called. It was a group. I think it was jihad. They was calling themselves something like that, and they was going to these African tribes, and their land and everything, and they was killing them, taking over the land, and doing all that other stuff. Um, that conflict, which was that conflict, the Fari region was the border between Sudan and Chad. Because of that conflict, Sudan was cut in half, and now it's Northern Sudan and Southern Sudan. So out this conflict became two different nations, and the borders to separate, the not only ethnicity but also religious boundaries and everything. Also, so what I'm saying is that I identified that there was a power greater than myself. You know what I'm saying? There is definitely a grand wizard. You know what I'm saying? I'm free spirited and I recognize who he is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like religions as a whole, sometimes, we get so caught up into the it becomes like an institution for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to be able to just do what I do, and I have my relationship, and I don't want to be felt like I'm like boxed in some type of institution or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I recognize that I got to be around people that's like minded like me. You know what I'm saying? And do that, recognize and might do prayer, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, and identify, some that's never that tough to say, well, I identify the Lord, or, I won't go worship. You know what I'm saying? I know I want to go to church. I love going to church. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that, even though I just said that I don't want to be in an institution, but, I grew up in a Baptist background. You know what I'm saying? My mother is from Alabama. That's where she was born at. But, she was raised up here. She's really from, she was born out there, but all her life she been up here, you know what I'm saying? So, so I came from that background. So, just the whole feeling of the whole vibe you get from, the songs, the instruments, you know what I'm saying, the choir, it's definitely an experience. It's definitely an event, you know what I mean? But that's why I just wanted to just, let y'all know about this Santer interview, man. I mean, he was cool, you know what I'm saying? We enjoyed ourselves. We definitely had a good time. It's funny because we was actually on somewhere on 125th, right? And while we was doing the interview, check this out. While we was doing the interview, right? It was a guy in a wheelchair. He pulled up. When as you see the interview, I was in the back, whatever. And it was a young lady sitting in the next bench from me, and the guy was facing her, and he was in a wheelchair. So as we doing the interview, I don't know if you noticed, but I kept looking, and I'm like, yo, I know, I don't see what I think I see, right? So I'm looking at the guy in a wheelchair, and he had his shirt, his hands in his shirt and whatever. And then when he pulled his shirt away, he had like a little something like, covering him. So as we doing the interview, I see the girl like bang on the table, not like really bang on the table, but like she was like real frustrated, and she stood up. You know what I'm saying? And when she stood up and she walked away, but as she's standing up though, and I'm looking at him, and he's like, doing this. So I'm like, hold up. I'm talking in the interview. But in my mind, I'm like, hold up, what's going on? So, make a long story short, the guy was masturbating. You know what I'm saying? The guy in the wheelchair was masturbating, and to this girl. You know what I mean? It was a young girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't know really how old she was. I really wasn't in her face or nothing like that. I wouldn't say my back was to her, but she was on the side of me. You know what I'm saying? I was focused in my interview and everything like that. But he was in. The dude was actually inside this public place around a whole bunch of civilized people that's sitting down eating their food. Having a time, whatever they're on a date, whatever the case may be, and the dude pulls up on a wheelchair and starts masturbating somebody. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But don't get it misconstrued. I don't knock or hate Islam. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really too versed with Islam, as far as Orthodox Islam. You know what I'm saying? NOY and everything like that's a whole different story, which actually was a fruit at one time, which is a whole nother story. But it's just the people that's interpreting it and using that, what I'm saying, to commit the atrocities out there they commit. Or I won't say using that, but in their mind, it's like this, anything that goes on and a person of my background do something or something like that, oh, it's gang this or gang that. Anytime a drive-by shooting going on, it's gang this, gang that, gang this, gang that. You identify the gang and you recognize the gang by the colors they wear, the attire, or what they say, the signs they throw up, and so forth and so on, correct? All right. So, it's the same thing. If you got these people, you know what I'm saying, and this is what the flag, this is what they representing, you know what I'm saying, and this is the things they doing and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much the same thing. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me for doing that, but I just had this in my hand for so long. I had to eat it. The cheesecake real good. Get those likes up. I appreciate y'all. Definitely get them likes up. Definitely get them likes up. How y'all been on? How y'all doing? I know a lot of y'all been cursing me out. Y'all like, yo, where Mel been at? What's going on? What's this and the other? Yo, y'all. Keep it at 1,000, man. Your boy get old, man. I be coming out of work sometime, man. Especially now I got my joint back. All the running around I'm doing, coming home, take that shower, lay down, wait for food to come, wait for the food to get ready and everything. I be done. Sometimes I just be done. Well, you know what I'm saying? But some things been going good so far, a little bumps in the road. With the new year, man, I like how things are starting off thus far. I ain't feel that way the same time last year. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to keep it short and simple. I just wanted to share that with y'all, about the Saneter interview and everything. And what I spoke about Islam. But like I said, he got other things. He just put one little part. So whatever he talk about, I might have to, I might elaborate on that. But definitely check out the interview. Appreciate y'all. Salute y'all, my whole YouTube family. You already know. You know it's getting late. Everybody gotta get their rest. You know what I'm saying? You know most of y'all asleep. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Those that miss it doesn't matter. Y'all still with me anyway. I feel your energy. I love y'all anyway. Rest easy. Bless up in the morning. You already know. Salute. Peace and love. One.